Yo boys and girls, it's your boy Divest here, back with another video for the channel. Hope you guys are all enjoying the content. I've been seeing all the recent support and I want to thank you all for sticking about. We passed the 300 subscriber mark, we're even on to like the 306 mark now, so welcome everyone that's new around here. Welcome to the army we're making. Make sure if we can get this video to 20 likes, then there'll be a giveaway coming up very soon maybe. You got to stick around for it though, so no one's subscribing yet, you got to hang around for them a couple more weeks. But no, boys and girls, in today's video we're going to be doing some transfer chat. I've been watching some other YouTubers do this sort of stuff for their club and I thought, you know what, no one's done it for Southend yet, why don't I just go for it? So it's just going to be the ins and outs of the club recently, what's going on. I'm going to try and make it a weekly thing just to see if there's any updates or if it's going to be a dry week for Southend news. That might not come out, but I'm going to try and make it a weekly thing just to be constant and just so everyone knows what's going on around the club, who's coming in, who's going, whether it be staff, players, about the ground, anything like that. So hopefully we all stick around for the video and let's go. So we are going to start off with one of the ins of this episode. It's literally just been announced about a couple hours ago after I've just made this video. It is number one, Jordan Green, the winger from Barnsley, age 25. He recently signed a contract with them. He was on loan at Newport last season. He did all right down there. He was only on loan. He got a goal, I think, and played a couple of games. He's previously worked under Mosley with the Bournemouth side. He never made an appearance though, so I'm guessing he was in the under 23 squad with Bournemouth. And don't mind there right now, I'm trying to tidy it up, you know, but yeah, as you see, I normally wear a hat for these videos just for this exact reason. But no, Mosley, he worked under him. He's also been with the likes of Barnsley. Like I said, he played for them in their promotion season, I believe it was 2019 they went up to the championship, or it might have been the year after they went up. He was involved in their side anyway. He played for them 12 times and he most famously has played for Yeovil and played for about 53 appearances within 2-3 seasons. So all round an okay guy. He scored 12 goals in 117 appearances, which for a winger, it's okay. I think he's missing that finishing touch, but from what I've heard off the Southend website and just reading about him, he's a very pacey winger. He can pull out a bit of flair here and there down the wings, but it also opens up a few ideas. With recently, we're going to go on to some outs in a minute of a couple wingers who maybe might not be staying around here, who have only been linked on trial with us, just a couple that. But no, I think he's only here until January. We've got to make the most of these wingers that we're bringing, the most of these players we're bringing in, but it is under inspection apparently, whatever that means, under inspection. Apparently, because we're under the transfer embargo, we can't sign anyone. Well, we can sign, but we can't actually register them, so they can't play. It's a bit odd. So he's come in, but does this mean the embargo is lifted, or can we do loans only? You know, it's just a bit odd. We need a bit of an update from the chairman on this. But anyway, enough of that. Welcome Jordan Green. Hopefully you can do bits for us until January. On to one of the outs now. Like I said, there are two wingers who are potentially maybe leaving the club that we haven't heard much of or haven't signed a new contract, and those are, I'm going to name them both, Sam Barrett and Stephen McLaughlin. We'll start with Barrett quickly. So he was offered a deal by the club and apparently it was going very well. There were good talks going on with the club and like we were progressing forward. It seemed positive and most fans agreed that he should stay and be given a chance, as he wasn't really given much. And during the end of last season, when he actually came back from injury, he was actually a little bit like that positivity we needed. He was fresh back, fresh legs, young, talented. We needed that. And everyone seemed to get behind him. Remember when he first came back at AFC Wimbledon, came on, fans were behind him all the way. But no, there's been no new deal agreed with him yet. They've been saying that deal has been going forward. It's been going very positive, sounds very happy, but there's no new deal yet. And according to the Echo News, because Southend recently played Great Wakering Rovers, I think it is, in just a friendly, just the first game. Yeah, it said he was on trial. So he's not signed a deal, he's only on trial with us. So there must be something he's not happy with, either in the contract or he's not being paid on time, like all the other squad wasn't, which is fair enough. If you're not paid on time, you wouldn't want to sign on with this club. You maybe just stay here for a couple of weeks just to build up your fitness and now say, you know what, I'm off now. But no, clearly he's not happy with something in there if he's only been labelled as a trialist now. So yeah, it's a bit of a sad one really if he does end up going. I could see him staying, even if it's just for 6 months like Jordan Green, because I think that's why Green's come in now. And on to the next one, the next winger is obviously Stephen McLaughlin. He's been linked with moves away to Mansfield. I think there was a rumour going around that he was going to Hull, but that was dismissed. But apparently he posted on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, I'll try and find it, it was screenshotted by a couple of fans, that he's heard nothing about a new deal. There's nothing, he's been no talks about a new contract. and he's, like I said, he said on Twitter that he's been offered no deal, no talks about anything. So it's almost, I'd put a comment on Twitter about that. Make sure you follow the Twitter down in the description below. No, it's a bit flipping odd, to be honest with you, that we're being told from our chairman that, yeah, he's been offered a deal, he's not accepting it, he's highly linked with Mansfield, so we're just going to let him go. And then for him just to come out and say, you know what, I've not been offered anything, I've not been told anything. We don't know if that's true or not, but based on what he said, I'd probably believe the player over Ron Martin's antics he's had in the last few seasons. That is just utterly like shite, not only for the club, for bringing in players, for everything doing with the club. It's just a mess to see, because if he stays and then he tells the new players, oh yeah, I wasn't offered a contract, you know, but yeah, they offered me one last minute so it seemed all smooth. It's just not what you want to be seeing really for the club as an image or as a whole, just looking from the outside inwards. So those two outs being Barrett and McLaughlin, is it worth just bringing in that one loanee in Jordan Green? I get, obviously, he's not as young as saying that, he's mid-age, so he's got the experience, he's played in all different levels, but is it worth potentially losing the two wingers? I wouldn't say so. I'd be trying to keep Barrett as much as possible over McLaughlin. I think McLaughlin's done his time here. I do love him as a player. When he's on his game, like, he is really on his game, and you cannot argue he is going to be one of the best in League Two if he stays with us. But again, is the risk of, why would you not offer him a new deal potentially? It's just frustrating to look at and read upon. Into some more positive news now that we've just utterly slated Ron Martin, is that we do have, well, it's kind of in an and out at the same time. We have brought in a new goalkeeping coach in Joe Promoda, however you say it. He's the brother of the assistant now of Mark Mosley, which is Tom Promoda. He's a goalkeeping coach. I hear it's either he's from Weymouth or Bournemouth. I think it was Bournemouth he's come from. He's been signed on, as we have recently had another out, which we're going to go on to. But his brother has come in, and it's a bit, we can't judge him too early. You know, both the whole team is not that experienced. It's all a young team with Mark Mosley only being 38 and his assistant doing his UEFA League. I think it's his qualifications just to come in. But no, you can't judge him too early. I'm glad we've got in a replacement, because we did let someone go, which is good. And apparently we've got more staff coming in slowly. But again, it's a work in progress. We can only judge after the time it's been here. But onto a player who might be coming into the club. He's been linked now for a couple of weeks. It is Jack Bridge, the former Southend youth player. He played in the youth from 2004 to 2004, and he was born in, I think it's definitely Southend he was born in, and he's been on since he left us under the Phil Brown era. Phil Brown didn't see anything in him and got rid of him at the age of 22, 21, I believe it is. He's been on the likes of Northampton and Carlisle, so he's played in League Two. He's had that experience. He's played at least 30 plus games for each of them per season. He's currently a free agent going in the league, but he has come back to Southend. I don't know if he's expressed a feeling to come back, because apparently when he left, he had a lot of bad things to say about the club in general. He's got 95 appearances altogether. He's scored 11 goals across his, I think it's 6 seasons of playing. He's age 24 now, so I'm guessing it's across 6, maybe 7 seasons of him playing. But I say we need him, but not too much. You know, we need someone who can control that midfield, because at the minute our midfield isn't that well aged. It's a lot younger, so they've not got that much like physicality, because League Two is a very physical league. It's going to be tough. I almost relate it to a championship kind of feel, that it's a very physical league. You've got to be looking above and beyond what expectations of you are. Is he the right guy? He could be a good rotational, I think, or maybe even a starter if there's an injury, as we saw last season. Injuries hit us very hard, and the season before. We're not very good with the injury side of things, so it'd be good to have him as a rotational player, or even a starter and someone else as a rotational. But can I see it? Maybe. It's definitely one that I can say I'd like him in, just for that squad depth. But would he bring much to us? You don't know. He didn't score too much or get too much assists for Carlisle or Northampton. But again, like I said, we have to give players time. We can't judge straight off the cover of the book. Obviously, he's been here before. He knows a bit about the team and the club. So you can't really argue that, you know, it wouldn't hurt to bring him back, but is it worth the money? Yeah, you could argue it. Leave your comments down below of if we should bring in Jack Bridge, or if we should just, you know what, leave it, go spend the money, or maybe loan in a better, maybe more experience, maybe from the Championship or the Premier League, loan someone in just for a season, like an Alan McCormack or an Anthony Grant, a big physical unit. And on to what will be the final out of this episode. I'm trying to aim for 3 of each, so 3 ins, 3 outs. And obviously now we've done all the ins, being the goalkeeper coach, Jordan Green and Jack Bridge, and now we're going to just finish on the last out after Barrett and McLaughlin, is two of them, Lee Harrison and Ben Clarkson. Both were sent letters out, well, saying that Ben Clarkson was told, well, not told to leave. I think he got an offer from West Ham and he had to take it up. Who wouldn't take an offer to go from a League Two side up to a Premier League side as like a medical room staff member? I don't know what exactly role he got, but I said in the last video he would be a big loss to us considering all the injuries and the time that they've been out for over the last period of like these 5 seasons or so. But definitely he will be a big miss, I think, in the changing room. There's been ex-players like Kevin Mayer mentioned it, Spencer Pryor's put on Twitter that he'd be a big miss and that it was wrongly treated. And the same about Lee Harrison, that he was a great goalkeeper coach. Mark Oxley even put on there, he was great on and off the pitch with Mark, raising his confidence, being a good keeper and all that. So it is a big loss, I think, for both, for the team, it's a big loss for them because Harrison did train up some really good keepers in the time. You have the likes of Daniel Bentley, Nathan Bishop. I don't know if he was around with Daryl Flahaven. I'm unsure about that. He's done Ted Smith. Ted Smith was okay. He had a few rocky moves. But no, he had Oxley in his first couple of seasons when he was actually a player of the season goalkeeper. So it's a big loss to lose a great goalkeeper and a great medical team staff that have influenced the club so much over these years. But all I can say is they both deserve the praise they get wherever they end up. Ben, obviously, at West Ham. Lee Harrison, goalkeeper, which I could see him even being Premier League standard as well with what he's done with our keepers over the last few years. So good luck to them both, and that's how I'm going to wrap up this video. I was just wishing both those guys the best of luck in whatever they do in the future, and if they watch this, they'll ledge. But no, boys and girls, I'm going to wrap up this transfer chat here. Hope you enjoy. I'm trying to keep the videos as short and sweet as possible. Leave down below any comments you want to about the videos. If they're too long, if they're too boring, if you want me to change up, go for it, all you want. Hopefully these videos are going to keep coming out every week, rotational, but me and the missus, we are moving house in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. So if you want to see a video on that or a time-lapse of the whole day or how it works, leave a comment down below. If you want it just pure football related, just tell me anything you want. But anyway, boys and girls, thanks for all the support recently. I'm going to end this now here. My name has been Diversity. Make sure you stick around and peace.